Athens, a city of splendor and ambition. At its heart lived Timon, a nobleman of immense wealth. His generosity knew no bounds. He showered gifts upon his friends, artists, and the city itself. Every feast was a spectacle, every gesture a testament to his boundless generosity. Timon believed in the power of wealth to fuel happiness. He saw himself as a benefactor, a friend to all, his heart overflowing with goodwill. Yet beneath the surface of opulence, a storm brewed. Timon, blinded by his own magnanimity, remained oblivious. He trusted blindly, loved fiercely. His companions basked in his warmth. They praised his name, their voices echoing in the marble halls of his estate. But were they true friends, or merely opportunistic parasites? The line between admiration and envy blurred. Timon, in his naivete, remained unaware of the simmering resentment brewing beneath the surface. The seeds of his downfall were sown in the very soil of his extravagant generosity. Flavius, Timon's loyal steward, watched with growing concern. He saw the reckless spending, the endless parade of flatterers. He knew the coffers, though vast, were not bottomless. With a heavy heart he approached his master. "Flavius, Lord Timon, your estate bleeds gold. These men, they feast at your table, yet whisper behind your back." Timon, however, dismissed his concerns. He saw only the good in people, refusing to acknowledge any malicious intent. "Timon, fear not, Flavius. My friends are true. They would not abuse my kindness." The steward, his brow furrowed with worry, dared not challenge his master further. Yet he couldn't shake the feeling of impending doom. The signs were there, clear as day, but Timon remained blind to them. He continued his lavish spending, his faith in his companions unshaken. The chasm between reality and Timon's perception widened. The stage was set for a tragic downfall. The day came when Timon's fortune dwindled. His creditors, once patient, now clamoured for payment. He turned to his friends, expecting their support. Surely they who had benefited so much from his generosity would reciprocate in his hour of need. He sent out his servants, his heart heavy with hope. But his pleas were met with cold indifference. One by one, his friends refused. They offered excuses, their voices dripping with feigned sympathy, their eyes betraying their true intentions. The weight of their betrayal crashed upon Timon. The realization struck him like a bolt of lightning. The faces he had welcomed to his table, the men he had considered brothers, were nothing but opportunistic vultures. His generosity, once a source of joy, now felt like a fool's folly. The world he believed in, built on trust and camaraderie, crumbled around him. His spirit, once so full of life, withered under the weight of disillusionment. The transformation had begun. Consumed by rage and despair, Timon resolved to punish those who had wronged him. He announced a final feast, inviting his false friends to his table once more. They arrived, their faces plastered with feigned concern, their hearts filled with anticipation of another lavish meal. But as the covers were lifted, they found only bowls of steaming water. Timon, his eyes blazing with fury, unleashed a torrent of insults upon his guests. He denounced their hypocrisy, their greed, their utter lack of humanity. He called them what they truly were: parasites, leeches, wolves in sheep's clothing. His words, sharp as daggers, pierced their facades of respectability. The banquet hall, once filled with laughter and music, now echoed with the sounds of Timon's righteous anger. It was a feast of ashes, a bitter testament to the hollowness of their so-called friendship. His guests, shamed and exposed, fled into the night. Timon, his heart filled with a cold, consuming bitterness, prepared to abandon the city that had brought him nothing but pain.